course, then after they built this building, then they went to busing.
Okay. Is this a school here?
Yes.
On that side of the road, huh?
Yes, this is, well, see that on the new building, the community center is built right back here now.
And the school was sitting right next to the road. And
There was a wooden school in front of this before.
okay.
And then as I was in that wooden school, that's when they built this one.
Are you the only person who has copies of these pictures? So now if I look on this one, was this would have been the school over here?
Chet's bear on his potty.
And so the school would have been kind of back in.
This is and out of one of my small pictures, I had some, blown up.
But
Well, here was a picture I made, and they done. Now there's a real good picture of that.
At any certain denomination, or
I don't know.
okay, was anything people worried about too much, maybe?
Yeah. Shiner.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Then he got religious. Most of those people do.
Yeah.
Now here's an old picture. Now this is when all the stumps were still in town. This is the house I lived in, but
Oh, it is.
yeah, but see now.
So now again, okay.
See,
So are
those-
we looking north here then still?
Well, here we're looking west, and here we're looking north.
Okay, I got it. And this would have been the house you lived in.
Yeah, after we
Okay.
lived a couple of years, elsewhere. We lived in a few places.
Okay,
This is the boarding house up here.
okay. And then this would have been the way north to Michigan.
Right.
Okay.
No.
can I interject for a minute?
Please.
Chet, I want a close-up of you with... No. This is artistic license. I need the owl and Chet's face together, and I've got it. Thank you.
Remember things
There's
that well.
our old swimming hole after the raft is almost gone. There was a diving board on there.
See, now where is this?
This is right across from where the hardware store that I had was on that point. Let me see if I can find a different picture here that I can point it out to you better.
See, I don't know about your hardware store.
Well, the hardware store is that junk shop now.
Oh, okay.
That antique store.
Chet
Okay.
used to own that and run a motor repair shop in back,
And
too.
see, and
Okay.
this point right here goes out here on the lake a little ways. That's right in here.
Okay.
And that had a wooden platform there because it was kind of mucky in there,
Uh-huh.
and a bench on it. And then we went in there to swim off of that raft.
So this would have been your hardware store up here in the
No,
hill,
right this way.
other side.
This up here is where the Catholic Church is now,
Okay.
up on top of that hill.
Okay.
And see here you can see, well, that's about the same thing, same picture. here.
Okay. You know what? We got about 10 conversations going again too.
Okay.
Let's go back to school.
Okay.
Let's go back to school. And
Okay, we started.
tell about you and your brother going to school.
Yeah, we started first. We walked from up here where we lived in a tar paper shack,
Right.
halfway up that road.
Okay.
And then we would hike down this road, and then we would go across the lumber yard,
Okay.
and then the lumber bridge. There was a Lima bridge there too. The Lima was a railroad engine that you use for switching cars.
Say it again.
I call it the Lima.
Lama. Okay.
I think that was the right name for it.
Okay.
Because right behind our house down here was there was a garage for it
For the engine.
over in here.
Okay.
I've got some different pictures. I should had them all laid out and then that
Oh
way.
well, no, but we can still. We're just getting started here. But so then how long would it take you to walk?
Well, that's only about
That's not very far.
about a 15-minute hike.
Yeah.
But we got to the point to where you always find another gang of kids that wants to beat up on you.
Oh, even.
Oh, we learned to fight.
Yeah.
Oh yes. That's why not too many people want to tangle with me, even at my age. Because that's how we learned. We fought our way there, we fought our way back.
When we were kids, we were scared to death of you, Chet.
The-
My dad would send us in with a motor or something, and we'd say, "No, you did. I did last," because we were afraid of him.
Into the store? Or,
Yeah, we
Uh-huh.
were scared to death.
I noticed that because my personality wasn't the best.
Well, you were lovely to men. You were just when my dad came in, yeah, you loved each other, and
It was those girls?
friendly. Or the boys, just the girls. And
Mr.
we
Seifert,
fought not to
That-
go in.
that was your father-in-law.
No, that was my father, my dad, Fred Wilkie.
Oh, Wilkie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he liked you, and
Yeah. Well,
you liked
I
him,
I
and
liked all those doctors along that shore there. They were all
well,
nice.
my dad wasn't a doctor.
Yeah, but he lived there by.
Yeah, he
by
started the
doctors.
whole thing. He was the first one up.
And then the other house on the other side of
That was Ole Evanson.
Evenson's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I sold them a pontoon boat and a motor.
Yeah.
Evenson's there.
So anyway, once you got to school, you were like 5 or 6, I suppose, when you went to school.
That's the school.
Oh, that's a lot of people. That's more than a one-room school.
No, it's a two-room school. One on this side, one on that side.
Okay.
Over here was from 1 to 4. On this side was from 4 to 8.
So there was a 2-room school.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good sized school in the 30s.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Yeah. Then they had this little hallway in the front. That was the cloakroom, and where the water fountains was. It had one of these stone crock things, and then you had a little button to push to drink your water.
And the entire population of Winegar at that time, would you estimate at 250 or more?
Oh, I'd say right about 500 when that
500?
mill was here. Yeah. Counting all the people at the resorts and different things. See, here's a picture by the old school where here's Anderson. He was a redhead. His son is still living. You know Bob Anderson over in Morisco? Yeah.
And where, in Marinesco?
And this one here, let's see, this is Roundy Gunnarsson. This is Happy Lynch.
these are all guys you went to school with.
No, these are much older than me. Those are the older guys. This was the reunion, like after World War One, I think.
They look like World War I uniforms.
Yeah. But I recognize those guys. Roundy Gunnarsson got killed over there close to the bridge. Hit a big cedar tree, and that old type of car, it had the plate glass windshield and got his head stuck in there and bled to death.
So these guys weren't guys you went to school with. They were
No.
You were a
No.
kid when they
No, I
came
got-
back.
I got them all separate over here. Boy, talk about a bunch of ugly looking guys.
Mhm.
Man. Yeah, here was my mother. But we're jumping now. So, okay, we're still going to
I'm gonna
school.
take you back to school.
Okay,
Take you back to school.
okay, I'm back.
Do you remember that did you learn anything, or was it fun, or?
Well, I tell you, after the first 4 grades, then we got into the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. When I got in that room, I used to skip in the spring of the year and in the fall of the year. I'd leave. I wouldn't go back in the afternoon. I'd go down the river. And there was always, like in the spring of the year, there was always fish running down there. And I had my spear hid down there, what you call a jig, you know.
Mhm.
But it's a spear. I would spear a couple of fish, you know, and I'd have them up there. And of course, there was no trees in the way to block your view of the main street going down. And I watched that. Whenever the kids start running down the street, I'd go home.
Oh, so
Wasn't the
So my
food that
mother
you
never
caught?
really knew that I skipped until she got the report card.
Mm.
Half day missing, half day missing, half day missing. Chester, what was you doing? Remember them fish I brought home, Mom? Yeah. Well, that's when I took off and went down there and speared some fish.
Well, that was the mainstay
that
of your
was-
diet, too.
That was okay.
that you
Yeah.
needed the fish.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. And so
If you had, do you feel like you missed anything in school? I mean, if you had it to do over again, do you?
well, if I had it to do over again, I would make sure I got better education in reading and writing and pronunciation and different things of that sort. You know.
But when
I
you're
like geography in school.
Look, there's nothing
And I
wrong
like
with
the
his reading.
No, that.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
that's
nothing wrong with
that's
your
a brand new
reading.
book.
And arithmetic I like, but anything else I didn't like. English and spelling, forget it.
Yes.
You know, I just didn't, I never even took it in high school.
But you like to read now.
Well, I like that guy.
Uh-huh.
Just like this other guy, what was his name that booked it, the sound barrier?
Chuck Yeager.
Chuck Yeager, yeah.
He's a
a
good
great
guy.
And he never got an, he never had an education. High school, that was it.
Uh-huh.
And he was one of the best flyers and pilots there was.
Figured it out on his own.
Yep.
But it sounded like your brother liked school better than you did.
Oh, he ate it up.
Yeah.
Oh, he just loved books. And I didn't. I like the outdoors. And I'm still here.
That's what I was gonna say. You
And
got
I'm
in the
a-
right
I'm only
place.
the one, I'm the only guy that I grew up with of all the guys that stayed here all those years.
Mhm.
Everybody left for employment.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed here. I done just about anything that there was to do. In fact, whenever I was first starting into high school, they had the different jobs around here. I took jobs away from, married men, and I didn't want to. But they'd say, get the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Call me the kid.
Because
Get
you
the
worked
kid.
hard.
Because I worked hard, yeah. And so I would just to get the jobs,
So what sort of jobs? Carpentry, you said.
Well, some carpentry work, and then of course the old mud box, mixing mud for masonry work for putting
Uh-huh.
up basements, and then a lot of stone work. There was a guy here by the name of Fritz Hawkinson. He used to lay a lot of stone work. In fact, my mother's house uptown there, that whole basement is stone work. And of course he knows how to use mud.
Uh-huh.
When you start mixing mud for him, that was, in those days that was all with the hole.
That my husband's grandpa was a stone.
Yeah, for a great number of years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I worked in the woods too when I first come home with the old sweet saw and a one-man crosscut. I got started with Acres Palmer.
What kind of saw did you say? A sweet saw?
A sweet saw, yeah.
Swede saw.
Yeah, that's the one with the little narrow blade.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people call it, the bow saw,
Mm.
or whatever.
Bow saw?
Yeah, the bow saw or sweet saw, it's the same thing.
Okay. And then what was the other kind you said?
The one-man crosscut
Okay.
and a double-bitted axe.
Who did you work for then?
Acres Palmer.
Acres. Oh yeah, I know
Yeah.
Acres.
And of course he liked me because I could really put him out some stuff,
Uh-huh.
a lot of stuff, and then the chainsaws come in, and that was that was a piece of cake for me. I just love that,
Yeah.
and I made good money. I was making when I was working for Stanley Shaman, a guy from Iron River. The logger came down here and he got pieces like all this Kimberly Clark stuff back in here, which was the Soaring Eagles. It's changed hands, now Winger owns it. But there was all those 40s in there, and there was an awful lot of nice box bolts in there. And I worked in there for Stanley. And then he used to like, he'd even watch me saw. He says, come down on one day off of the load, and he says, did I see right? I said, what do you mean, Stan? He said, that tree was leaning that way, and you felled it right across the road. He said, how did you do that? He says, I know you can fall a tree 3 ways, but you can't fall it backwards without pushing on it.
Mm-hmm.
He says, and you didn't push. Well, I says, you got to get it leaning one way or the other besides the way it wants to go. It goes that way, wants to go that way. And you cut it, you put your notch over here, and you let it back up. You get your saw out in time so it backs up this way. So now you got the tree leaning this way. So now you can put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do a couple for him.
Uh-huh.
'cause he